Hello children, welcome back to the social science class of 6th grade. Children, in my last video we were discussing about the major crops of Asia. So we have discussed the two major crops of the Asia, rice and wheat, and other major crops of the Asia are there. So they are cotton, including cotton, jute, it is fiber crops, it is jute, sugarcane. So China and India, Pakistan, Turkey, Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan are leading producer of the cotton. Means most percentage of the cotton are produced in these countries what I quoted: China, India, Pakistan, Turkey, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan and other countries of the Asia. So they are major producer of the cotton. Apart from cotton, jute is there. Jute, especially in Bangladesh, China, and India, on the bank of Ganga River in Bangladesh, jute will be produced by the farmers. China and India also major producer of the jute. The sugar cane producing areas in India are especially in Uttar Pradesh is there, Maharashtra, especially western and southern Maharashtra. Sugar cane will be produced in, especially in North Karnataka. We have many sugar factories are we have many sugar factories we can see in North Karnataka. So these states are leading producer of the sugar cane in India. So India is the second largest producer of the sugar cane in the world. Apart from India, Indonesia is there, Philippines is there, and Bangladesh is there. So this is about the major crops of the Asia. Next, if you talk about the climate, as I mentioned earlier, what I told earlier, so Asia is a vast continent, largest continent. Asia is which extend from the equator. This is equator, which extend from the equator in the south, polar region in the north, polar region in the north. As a result, Asia has a widely variety types of the climates are there. Climate is not same in all areas. Climate will be same in a different area by area and season by season. So Asia has some coldest lands in a polar region. What I told, polar region has the coldest lands in the world, as well as some of the hottest area we can see in south and central countries of the Asia. Hottest climate is there, especially in Arab countries. Dry climate we can see in Arab countries. So dry and wettest climate. So this is about the climate. Temperature is also varies from one region to one place to another place, one area to another area. So one season to another season also temperature will be different. In a January, the southern countries are less cold. Southern countries, so these are all southern countries. Southern countries are less cold, but northern countries experience bitter cold in month of January. And especially Siberia, one particular area is there, that is Warkhongsank, especially in Siberia. This is the coldest place in Asia in month of January. So this is about the temperature of the Asia. In July, the greater part of the continent is very hot. Greater part means much part of the continent. Most of the part of the continent is very hot, with the exception of the northern Siberia. I told you earlier, Siberia will be always cold except northern Siberia. So due to the high mountains and high plateaus are there, in especially in Central Asia. In some places of the temperature rises around the 4000 Celsius, beyond the 400 Celsius in month of July. And distribution of the rainfall. Most of the rainfall in Asia caused by summer, means southwest monsoon. Southwest monsoon will catches most of the rain in Asia. Southwest means this is southwest. Southwest monsoon. Southwest monsoon will catches rainfall in the Asia, but The monsoon do not reach the central part of India. The monsoon has no power to reach the central part of India, so they can reach India and Pakistan, and especially near Pakistan and Bangladesh also, but which is dry throughout the year. In the winter season, Westerlize catches rainfall in western countries. Western countries. These are all western countries of the Asia. Eastern part of the China also. The Philippines, Malaysia, and other countries receives rainfall in tropical cyclones. Tropical cyclones. These are all eastern countries of the Asia. And winter season. How winter season is there in Asia? The period will start from October to March. It is completely winter season in Asia. Most of the Asia, as a greater part of Asia, lies to the northern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere. This is northern hemisphere. Hemisphere. So the rays of the sun are slanting into the northern hemisphere during this season. So most of the Asia experiences low temperature and extreme cold in winter season. Most of the Asia experiences cold in winter season, extreme cold in winter season, due to the polar region is there in northern part of Asia. And summer season, the condition are reversed. Condition is completely changed in summer season from winter season to summer season. So the summer season will start in April, ends in September. The sun shine vertically in the northern hemisphere. Vertically means direct sunshine will be there. Straight sunshine will be there in northern hemisphere. So most of the Asia has a high temperature which causes a low pressure in Central Asia, which causes a low pressure winds, therefore blow from the sea towards to the land. They causes heavy rainfall in Central Asia, especially in summer season. And next, natural vegetation of the Asia. So natural vegetation means the vegetation will be grown naturally without interference of the human, without support of the human. Natural vegetation of Asia is closely associated with the climate. I told you earlier, climate is completely different. Climate will be changed from area to area, from season to season. But other factors such as a landform, soils, interference of the human being also have the influence of the type of the vegetation, its distribution also. There is great diversity, great changes are there in the vegetation of the Asia. It can be divided to seven types. Seven types of the natural vegetations are there in Asia. First one is tundra vegetation. This tundra vegetation is found in narrow belt along with the Arctic Ocean, means complete northern part of Asia where polar region is there, means Russia, Siberia. So this tundra, we can see this tundra vegetation come along with the belt along with the Arctic coastal area. This belt is mostly covered by snow. Snowfall will be there and ice. So plant growth is limited and restricted to the mosses and lynches. Plants will not grow very high. So it is limit is there. So this is the tundra vegetation. Tundra vegetation we can see in Arctic belt of Arctic coastal area, or where Arctic Ocean is there, that area is very close to Arctic Ocean, where we can see tundra vegetation. Next, coniferous forests are found in south of the tundra, is known as the taiga forest, means downside of the tundra forest. Downside of the tundra forest in northern part of the China and southern part of the Russia, we can see this type of the trees. The trees like fir, spruce, larch, pine or common trees are found in coniferous forest. They are very soft wood trees. The wood is not hard, wood will be very soft. And temperate grassland, stiffies. There, these temperate grasslands are found in mainly west of the Central Asia. West of the Central Asia means Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan. So some Gulf countries are there. So Central Asia, freeing up the desert, semi-desert, low rainfall encourages a low growth of the grass. Rainfall will be very less in this area. So low, that is low rainfall will encourage low growth of the grass. Grass will not grow very high. Grass will grow with a limit, with the support of low rainfall. And desert vegetation, especially this desert vegetation we can see in Arabia, complete Arabia, which occurs in the tropical and temperate desert of the Asia. For example, Arabia, Iran, Thar desert in Rajasthan also. So only some thorny plants, bushes and poor grass also grown in this desert vegetation. Nearly oasis, date and palm trees also found in this desert vegetation. So very rare trees are there. Some trees are there in desert area of Asia. And next, monsoon forest. This is very important forest in Asia. Monsoon and monsoon and Mediterranean forest. These monsoon forests are found in South and Southeast Asia, East Asia, South Asia and India. India comes in South Asia. Southeast Asia means Malaysia, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Malaysia. Some Southeast countries are there. So this in these countries we can see the monsoon forest. East Asia, since this region has a high temperature, due to the high temperature, sufficient rainfall will be there. Means enough rainfall will be there in the forest areas of these countries. And important trees of this area, monsoon forest, are teak, sal, banyan, bamboo, sandalwood, and many trees are there. The wood is very hard, not like a coniferous forest. Coniferous trees are, the trees of the coniferous are very soft, but trees of the monsoon forest are very hard. So they shed their leaves in autumn season. The trees of the monsoon forest will shed their leaves in autumn season. And next, equatorial forest. This equatorial forest mainly found in East Asia, especially Japan, South Korea, North Korea, Philippines, uh, Philippines and Taiwan. So equatorial forest is there in these countries. They are evergreen forest, evergreen trees are there, and they are very tall. The trees of the equatorial forest are very tall. So important trees of this forest are mahogany, ebony, rubber trees are there, bamboos, rosewood, and other trees we can see in equatorial forest of Asia. And one more important forest region of the Asia are Mediterranean vegetation. This Mediterranean vegetation will